So I'm on my way driving home, and I wanted to talk about why 90% of the people who start their online business end up failing. And in the pursuit of trying to make money online, they fall into these mistakes that I've seen countless times of friends and even myself who have run into these problems, and they end up stopping their success. And I wanted to go over those. What I've seen is the biggest mistake that 90% of people who are trying to make money online make. The biggest mistake is that people get all caught up in these shiny objects, especially in the online field, where there are so many things, so many gurus, so many courses, so many experts talking online, telling you how you're going to make money online. Out of all of that, there are so many shiny objects that are getting put in front of our face constantly. You're going to hear these testimonials, you're going to look at these courses, you're going to watch these YouTubers, TikTokers who sound convincing, and they'll even be able to show you the receipts. Oh, I made $5,000 in a week. Oh, I'm making $50,000 in a month. I've made my first 10K doing drop shipping, doing SMMA, or whatever strategy that they're preaching. The biggest problem that I see is that the majority of these vehicles will work, except for the fact that there are so many of them that someone who's new to making money online, they will start one that maybe seems the most promising, the one they're most convinced on at the time, and they will go full force for about a week, maybe 2 weeks. And they don't stay in the game long enough to actually become good at it, because they're promised super quick results. And whenever that happens, whenever they think that everyone around them knows this some secret knowledge that, oh, I'm going to make my first 10K this month, even though I haven't made any money online up to this point, that I'm failing if I don't do it within the first week or two. And then they start getting discouraged. They start looking for the motivational talks from the online gurus or whatever. And then they get caught onto the next thing. Oh, it's TikTok Shop. TikTok Shop, oh my gosh, I can make thousands of dollars, and I just have to make a bunch of really easy videos. I can do that. I can make TikTok Shop videos. Well, maybe. And TikTok Shop actually is, I've made money on TikTok Shop. All of these vehicles, it's the vehicle in itself is hardly ever the issue. It's the fact that we get distracted so easily. And because we want quick money, we want, in the online money making world, we need it to be quick or it's not worth it. Now, a breakthrough that I actually had is I stuck with my vehicle, which my vehicle was TikTok One. It was TikTok ads. That's my vehicle. I stuck with that for weeks and getting good at what TikTok ads actually were, how to be successful, talking to the right people. That's a huge thing. You got to know the right people in these online worlds. You can't just jump into it. Normally, you can't just jump into it thinking that you're going to make money like everyone else. These people know people. It's who you know a lot of the time, because they're going to be able to give you advice about what to do and what not to do, because they've been doing it for a long time, right? And so whenever I started making money online on TikTok, I finally stuck to the right vehicle. Now, like I said before, the vehicle doesn't matter as much, but the vehicle definitely does matter, right? Because I was doing TikTok just content. I was making gaming content for years. It was like 4 or 5 years. And I didn't make a single cent off of TikTok because the vehicle was wrong. I was getting millions of views. I was getting tens of thousands of followers, but it didn't really add up to anything because it wasn't monetized. The vehicle was no good, and I recognized that. And so I had to get connected with the right people, started doing TikTok ads. Now, the way I got into TikTok ads is definitely not how the majority of people do. But to make a long story short, I get a message from one of my friends saying, hey, you could do this. You could make these ads, and we could get started, and we could start making money. And so I did my research for a while, and I did my prep, and I did my homework. And then I got started, and it was a slow process at first, but I made money online. I made my first dollar online at the beginning of this year, and I couldn't believe it. It was something I'd been trying to achieve for a long time. But I didn't start making thousands of dollars online. It took a couple months. And now a couple months in the grand scheme of things is really not that long of time, but a couple months whenever you're making nothing, and you're surrounded by all these people who are online claiming that they're making tens of thousands of dollars, hundreds of thousands of dollars doing the same thing that you're doing, and you feel like you're doing something wrong. You just got to give it time. You got to let the luck and opportunity meet, making ads that work and that generate money, and you finally have nailed it. But that's what's going to stop 90% of people, is that they're not willing to stick in it long enough. But I'll tell you how to fix this. I'll tell you how to stick with your vehicle long enough where you can actually start seeing success. It ties back to what I said earlier. You need to connect with the right people. You need to make friends in the world that you're trying to get into. I highly suggest making TikTok ads. It is the simplest, easiest way. With TikTok ads, you are literally guaranteed to make money, and that's not something that a lot of people know. A lot of people don't know that whenever you start making TikTok ads for brands, you are guaranteed to make money. Every time you submit a video for a brand, they're guaranteed to give you compensation for that video. You don't have to have any money, any equipment, any audience, any experience needed to get into TikTok ads. Now that sounds appealing to you, and that's the vehicle that you want to choose. I would highly recommend it. That's the vehicle that I've chosen. But what's most important is that you get connected with the right people. And so I'll tell you that I can be able to help you out through that. If you want to join my Discord community, you can hit the link below and you can shoot me a DM. I'll be the guy who can help you get into the industry if that's what you want to do. If you want to start making TikTok ads, simple ads that literally anybody can get into, I'll be the guy. I'll be the guy who you can call, who you can message to ask questions, everything like that. But it is going to be the only way. If it's not me, find somebody else. That's totally fine. You just need to connect with some people so that you got some friends who you can be like, hey, I feel like I'm doing something wrong. I could really use some feedback on these videos and these ads because they're not making money like I thought. And it's going to help you with that moment whenever you feel discouraged, you're like, okay, I want to quit. But no, you need to get over that hump. If I quit after 4 years of making TikToks and I was like, okay, I'm not making money online, that's not for me, I would have not made the thousands of dollars that I made. I would have not been in the position that I am in. I had to get over that hump. And it all started with me getting connected to the right friends with the right people. And so that's what you really need to be focusing on. You can do your research, your due diligence, you can do your homework, but unless you talk to the right people, it's going to be a whole lot harder because they're going to have advice, they're going to have mentorship, they're going to have some wisdom in doing exactly what you want to be doing. You can shoot me a DM on socials, or you can join my Discord, which is what I would recommend. And we can set up a call, we can talk, we can get into it. I just want to see y'all succeed, man. I want y'all to start making money online because that's what I always want to do. For as long as I've been on the internet, I wanted to make money online. And now I'm done with the 9-to-5s. I don't have to work any of those kinds of jobs anymore because I can make money online. And if you want to do the same thing, you can. And I'll help you out. So listen, I'm excited to see y'all get started. I'm excited to see y'all succeed. Go ahead and get after it. I'm rooting for you.